I met Dick and Jeanne in October of 1993. They had just started the Northwest Earth Institute and had just opened their office. And the first workplace I came to was mine. I was working for the city of Portland. And they came and did a presentation at the Portland building. It was very well attended. And I believe we got something like 8 classes started out of that first meeting. I think that the city has grown and the consciousness has grown since that time. And we've, of course, learned a lot. And I think that the impact of the Northwest Earth Institute has been part of that. So many Portlanders have been through those programs and have experienced that deeper, that personal connection to the earth, which is what you get out of the discussion courses. Dick and Jeanne's work has had a huge impact, and it is partly because of the genius of the design of the discussion courses. And it's also because of the honesty and integrity that in the way that Dick and Jeanne both present themselves.
You know, our connection with Dick and Jeanne and the Natural Step really for us provided a foundation, a framework about how we could approach environmental issues as a business. I think prior to that it was kind of disjointed. We were trying to do some, good things, but we didn't have a complete plan, and the precepts of the Natural Step provided that sort of that guidepost, that framework that we could more comprehensively approach those issues as far as the business was concerned. For me personally, it was uplifting. It was, the Natural Step community that developed. We would go to these Natural Step breakfasts, and there was all these like-thinking people. I think sometimes we have to recognize that can be a challenge too, but the camaraderie and the common cause that we all shared, it was a morale builder, an enthusiasm builder. It was really pretty tremendous. I think that the difference they made here was tremendously good for the environment, tremendously good for businesses who develop new ideas, develop services centered around environmental issues. The whole advent of LEED certification, which Portland became, the leader. I don't think that would have happened without the sort of foundation that was built by the Roys.
The Agent of Change course, you really talk about who do you actually know, who do you come in contact with. Those are the people who you can probably have the best influence on. So rather than tackling problems on a macro level, to really bring it down to a neighborhood, personal connection level. So that was one thing. And then the other thing that I found incredibly inspiring is they just keep at it. And their consistency and dedication over the years, and I think that kind of consistent, long-range, long-term effort pays off in ways that short bursts don't or can't. I think that Dick and Jeanne's work has had a huge effect on the sustainability and environmental movement in Portland. They've created a place where people who have these values, share these values, can come and hang out with their tribe. We have the same values, and we're committed to trying to further them in the culture. And Jeanne and Dick created the space for that to happen. I believe their legacy is our deep ability to hold reverence for the earth and do what we can to preserve it and restore it.
Lawyers for a Sustainable Future worked outside of the Oregon State Bar to take lawyers voluntarily and train them to become more sustainable as businesses, and as we could, to take that to our clients. And then more recently, Dick was instrumental in getting the Oregon State Bar to start the first bar section in the country, and I think to date still the only bar section in the country that's devoted to sustainability and the law. I get calls from around the country from lawyers interested in what's going on in Oregon and how they might bring it to their local bar associations. Well, Dick and Jeanne's rightful legacy will be as the godparents, grandparents, founders, however you want to phrase it, of the sustainability movement in Portland, I think. They've just had such impact on so many people that anybody that you talk to who works in sustainability now either was prompted to do it by them or was encouraged by them or somehow taught by them along the way. Because they focus on individuals and what individuals can do, there are just so many people who will carry on their work. They don't have to worry about succession planning because they have thousands of successors.
So what I'd like to say to Jeanne and Dick, as you retire, I hope you can take it easy, sit back, appreciate the gift you've given us, and take some satisfaction in that, because you've made a huge contribution, and we all thank you very much.
I know you're going to continue to be involved, and probably in some stealth way that we don't even see coming yet. And thank you so much. You've been an inspiration, and I really have felt heard and supported by you.
Dick and Jeanne, thank you so much for introducing me to the sustainability movement in Portland. But what I really want to say is don't retire. I hope that you're not retiring. It's a terrible time to retire, and we all need you. Lawyers need you. Oregon needs you. We all need you to continue to lead us on this journey towards a more sustainable future.
Dick and Jeanne, thank you. Thank you so much for making Portland, Oregon, and really the country a better place. And I'm among those skeptics who don't believe this bit about retirement at all. You're not going to do it. One way or another, you're going to keep working and making a difference, and I'm glad.
Thank you very much for the leadership that you've provided to this entire community for over 30 years, 40 years. And that it's significant in the staying power that you have provided through the organizations that you've founded and the ideas that you have not only preached but practiced. So thank you very much.
Thank you. You have made a tremendous impact on the business community, on the Portland community in general, on me personally. You two have been difference makers that few that I've ever known have made the kind of difference that you have, and you should be very proud. You've led lives that have made a difference.
Oh, Dick and Jeanne, just thank you so much for the influence that you've had on me personally, on Tonkin Torp as a law firm, on the city of Portland, and on the Oregon State Bar, on recyclers everywhere. And what an honor it has been to work with you, and what an honor it will be to continue your work.
So Dick and Jeanne Roy, well done. An amazing accomplishment in so many different levels. We'll take good care of the work you've done and take it on to the next stage. Thank you for the foundation.